welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Husker! And once he got loose, it was all over. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Iowa's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this week.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the ground with the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Got his man. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And the Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Nowaski. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. New Mexico State is going to enjoy the trip back to Las Cruces after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Aggie Memorial Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Power football with the run. Made a defender miss. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. But they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. He lofts one down the sideline. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They go to the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. The Huskers in the hurry-up.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Nowaski. He makes the connection, and he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
On third and short, the power run here. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cutler. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Hawkeyes are on the move. They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
To the air, it's Nowaski. Pulls it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone and get such smart players nowadays.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Now the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Huskers. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Nebraska 28, Iowa 3.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're trying to get to him. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Offense in a bunch formation. To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. Running for it on 4th down. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Nebraska.
Looking downfield, it's Nowaski. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know, the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down trying to generate a touchdown.
It's still 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Oh, this left him grasping. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the foot.
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Coming after him. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground, and a 4th down sack stops this drive cold.
Man, that stinks. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small, and the defense gets the sack. No points for you.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Snares it outside. It's Cutler. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Nowaski. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
After the misfire, now on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. By himself, he makes the grab. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Going up top on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Nowaski. Got the quick pass. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to take the top off. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws for the tight end. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Dumps it to the back. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Good enough for a first down.
He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 6th play of the drive coming up. Wants to fire on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT.
Number 14.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Nebraska, 42. Iowa.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Fires left. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Nowaski. Getting some heat. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back to pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes a catch. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Huskers! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Nebraska, 49, Iowa. 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the 1st down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on 3rd down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
Got him downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Clemens. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The Hawkeyes have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernail. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
42 spot.
He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wide receiver now comes in motion, trying to bully their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
They've stalled out a bit in the red zone. Just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips now to get it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. The Huskers want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Scanning the field, it's Nowaski. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. Fair catch called for and made. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. And he's wrestled to the ground.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's back to throw on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Hussein. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. Moves. They're looking to pass from the red zone. The sure hands, it's Hussein. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
At the 12-yard line. Third down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Shotgun snap on third down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
To advance on the football.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know what time it is. It's 4th down.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Fires to the big fella. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the ground with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Tackle is made after the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll ride the hot hand. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's going to pass. can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cutler. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals.